Yes, indeed, guys. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jay Jordan back again for another WNBA watch along. And we've been going strong since Sunday. We've streamed every day since Sunday. And we're back for another one on this Wednesday evening. Janelle, John, I hope I'm saying that right. I see you. Salute. Thank you for being early. We're in for another watch along, people. We have the Connecticut Sun 10-1 record versus the Chicago Sky 4-6 record. This is still Commissioner's Cup. Commissioner Cup group play ends tomorrow. June 13th is the last day. The East is already settled. The Liberty will be the Eastern Conference representative in the Commissioner's Cup. The West is still up for grabs. The teams will be playing tomorrow. So it's going to be interesting. We'll be here tomorrow as well for probably a doubleheader watch along. So be on the lookout for that. Alrighty. So let's get right into the starting lineups for both teams. The Connecticut Sun, we're going with Ty Harris, Dejanay Carrington, DeWanna Bonner, Alyssa Thomas, and Bree Jones. Their bench, Rachel Banham, Olivia Nelson-Ododa, Mariah Jefferson, Veronica Burton, Astou Fall, and Tiffany Mitchell. I hope I'm not missing anybody. Mariah Jefferson is listed as game time decision. She is working her way back from an ankle injury, so we shall see what pans out there. But in regards to the starters for the Chicago Sky, we have Dana Evans, Marina Mabrey, Diamond DeShields, Angel Reese, and Camila Cardoso. Remember, Elizabeth Williams is out for most likely the season with a meniscus injury, so she's not going to be playing. So Camila Cardoso, coming off of her shoulder injury, has now been in the starting lineup. The bench, Isabel Harrison, Lindsay Allen, Kennedy Carter, Michaela Onyenwere, Brianna Turner, and Kaiser Gonzedrick. It was reported earlier today that there will be no minutes restriction for Cardoso and Isabel Harrison. Isabel was coming off a knee injury. Camilla, of course, the shoulder. So they should be good to go for long periods of time in this game. And they're going to need it. They're 4-6 at the moment. Very inconsistent. So they're going to need the team to get together and gel so that they can get more playing time together. So this is the only game on the W slate tonight. So the game is on League Pass. If you're in the Connecticut or the Chicago areas, according to the WNBA website, you're going to have to watch it if you're in the Chicago area on the U. I guess that's the local TV broadcaster over there. And if you're in the Boston, Upper Connecticut area, NECN, what's that, Northeast something network? I don't know what that stands for over there in the upper part of the up northeast part of the country above New York there. But you're gonna have to watch it on the local broadcaster there. You won't be able to watch it on League Pass. If you're in any other part of the country or world, you should be able to watch it straight on League Pass. It's the only game on the slate. All right, so for the season leaders for both teams, we have DeWanna Bonner leading the way with 18.6 points a game for the Connecticut Sun. Mabrey leading the way for Chicago with 15.6 points per game. We have Alyssa Thomas leading the way for rebounds, 10.4 rebounds a game. And Angel Reese coming off a few double-doubles. She's averaging 9.6 rebounds a game. And in terms of assists, we have Alyssa Thomas leading the way at 8.5 assists. And Mabrey leading the way at 4.2 assists. The Connecticut Sun are -7.5 point favorites. So those who deal in the betting areas of things, they expect the Sun to win by at least 8 points. So we shall see what happens there. It's predicted that the Sun should win on ESPN, 57.9% for the Sun, 42% for the Sky. James, salute. Hope all is well, my friend. Hope all is well. All right, so we got about 9 minutes before game starts. Let me get a poll going about this game. I'm not gonna do the typical who you think is gonna win. I'm gonna say, does Angel Reese get a double tonight? She's been on a roll. I think last game she had 13 points and 13 rebounds. So we shall see if she can keep the good times rolling. Yes or no? Start the poll. James said everything's good. Tomorrow's your Friday. Yes, sir. That's good. I love when the Thursdays end up being Fridays. Get a nice extended weekend there. Or if your schedule just happens, you work Sunday to Thursday. I used to have that type of schedule. Miracle Martina, salute to you. Says Sun win yet another Angel Reese double. Oh, I like it. I like that. So we got the Sun winning yet another Angel Reese double. I like that. I'm sort of leaning that way as well. I am leaning that way as well. When I was looking at Angel and what Angel has been doing recently, I still think even with Cardoso playing, she'll be able to get her minutes. She has that motor where she's chasing every rebound off the glass. So I wouldn't be shocked if she got another one. Yeah, so her last 3 games, people, she's got a double, starting with June 4th against New York. She in 24 minutes, she got 13 points, 10 rebounds. On June the 6th, she got 16 points and 11 rebounds. And on June the 8th, she got 13 points and 13 rebounds. Even the game before that against the Indiana Fever, on the 1st, she got 8 points, 13 rebounds. So she was one field goal away from a 4 straight double. So I feel good to say that she'll probably get one tonight. She's very active on the boards. All right, tomorrow, since we have some time here, tomorrow is going to be a very busy slate. There's 3 games tomorrow. 2 of them matter in the immediate, with the Commissioner's Cup still going on. Excuse me. So the first game is Atlanta Dream versus the Fever. We'll probably do that one at 7 p.m. Eastern. So we'll probably get on and do that game. And then the second game we'll probably do is the Las Vegas Aces versus Phoenix Mercury. Hey, mama, what's going on? Aces versus Mercury. That's at 10 p.m. Eastern. The Phoenix Mercury need to win that game to have to be in the Commissioner's Cup final, I believe. So that will be an interesting one. Seattle Storm versus Dallas is at 7 as well. So there's going to be a couple games, 3 games tomorrow, 2 going on at the same time, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. So we'll be keeping track of all of it. Tomorrow's the last day of the Commissioner's Cup group play. The Liberty await who is coming from the Western Conference. The Liberty will host the Commissioner's Cup final on June 25th. Details have yet to be released yet. I've been trying to keep in touch with my season ticket rep for the Liberty to make sure that when those tickets get released, that I am first in line, because I do want to see the Liberty go back-to-back in the Commissioner's Cup, and it should be a good game, depending on what team they play. Alrighty, we're about 5 minutes out. If you're on League Pass, it just says game has not started yet. Your League Pass is not broken. It's just on the holding slate at the moment. So looking at the poll, we got 71% say yes, Angel Reese gets the double-double. So the majority is in favor of it, what we like to see. Looking at the recent games for both teams, the Sun have won 4 of their last 5 games recently. Last time we did a watch, not the last time, the time before we did the watch along on Monday, the Sun and the Fever played, and the Sun beat them pretty handily, 89-72. Caitlin ended up having 10 points in that game. Didn't play the second half. Dejanay Carrington ended up with 20 plus points. And the Sky, they're very inconsistent. They've lost 3 of their last 5 games. They won on May 30th against LA, then lost back-to-back games to Indiana and New York, beat the Mystics, and then lost to the Atlanta Dream. So very inconsistent so far from the Sky. New coach, new players, some bunch of rookies. It's an adjustment period for everybody involved. So it's gonna be tough for them. I think they're sitting at 8th seed right now, if I'm not mistaken. So depending on how things shake out, they could potentially even sneak in, hold that spot and sneak into the playoffs if the teams below them don't fix up. James says, Jay, what are your thoughts on WNBA president responding to Caitlin being assaulted by the petty WNBA players and finally going to put refs couldn't happen at a better time? Is that something that is going on right now? I didn't see anything about the commissioner saying anything, but let me take a look since we have the time. Because I didn't really see anything about the commissioner saying anything. WNBA, let me see, Kathy Engelbert. Let's see if what people are saying. Latest, looking on Twitter. The first thing I see here is WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert explained that Caitlin Clark isn't being targeted. So let me continue to read this article a little bit to see if I see anything. This is on For the Win that I'm looking. That was the first article that popped up. She said, she compared it. She said, I think everybody's watching Caitlin, so they're focused only on Caitlin. But when you look across the other games, other players, it's a physical game. There's no doubt about it. It's a pure shooter's game. It's a physical game. It's a lot of pick and rolls, a lot of seeing the floor. And she said in the game that she scored 30, nobody said she was being targeted in that game. I'm paraphrasing this part now. Nobody said she was being targeted in the 30-point game because everyone's just looking for the outcome. But it's great fandom. It's a great discussion. And I think obviously we continue to look or review games after the fact. And she does say we're obviously constantly looking at the consistency of officiating. Okay, so I see what she's saying. Yeah, so that's nothing from what I just read there. That's what the commissioner is supposed to say. She said everybody's just focused there, so that's why it seems that she's being targeted or it's super physical. But she does make a point when she did score 30, nobody said she was being targeted. So I don't see anything wrong with what the commissioner said. She said basically league is physical. People are looking for certain outcomes, and when the outcomes don't fit what they expected, then they try to make justifications for it. So what a commissioner should say. Yeah, paraphrasing. Very good word. Very useful word. All right, it's 8 o'clock Eastern. Broadcast hasn't started yet. It should be starting momentarily, so we'll just wait for it to start. But salute to everybody who's here early, all 35 of us on the YouTube and Twitch who are here. Make sure you leave the like, subscribe. We're about 16 subscribers away from 500 subscribers on the YouTube channel. Appreciate all the support. So we're trying to get to 500 by the end of the month. Hopefully we can get there. So if you're not subscribed already, make sure you leave a sub. Leave a like as well. Helps the channel out a lot. I'll be doing watch-alongs all season long. The only days primarily where I don't do watch-alongs is when I am attending a Liberty game. If the game is at night, of course, I'm not going to do a night game. But like I did on Sunday, I went to the Liberty game this past Sunday, came home, and then we did the I think it was the Las Vegas game we did that evening. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for the congratulations. Wow, this is interesting. Let me get out and go back in. I know sometimes mine is, oh, there we go. Good thing I did. So we are good. The broadcast has started. I had to make sure if you're sitting on the holding screen, make sure you go out and come back in. I was sitting on the stream on the League Pass feed since like 7:30, so maybe it fell behind a bit. All right, they're announcing the starters and all that. So we're about to get this show on the road, people. The starters are what I have on the screen here for us. The starters are what I have on the screen. I'm looking for a great game tonight. I'm going to end this poll in a few moments. Let me start that. All right, cool. So we are in business. The teams are huddling up, saying their last words to each other. Every time I say that last words, it sounds like a funeral or something. But both teams are giving each other high fives and all that good stuff. So we're about to get the show on the road. Sun, Sky. This is the second matchup. Remember the last matchup? That's when Alyssa Thomas got ejected. But let's see what happens here. Ball is up between Cardoso and Jones, and the Sky have the ball. We are on the road, people. We are on the road. So we got Diamond DeShields right side of the floor. Tries to feed Mabry. She gets the ball and scores. The Sky are on the board. The home team is on the board. Got Alyssa Thomas, brings it up the court over to Bree Jones. Bree Jones, guarded by Cardoso by the three-point line. She drives on Cardoso, goes up with the hook shot, and gets blocked by Cardoso. Rebound by Cardoso. Over to Mabry. Mabry over to Dana Evans. Finds Reese in the post. Goes up quickly and scores. Quick 4 points for the Sky. Angel Reese seals her player right under the basket. Gets the ball in the post. Goes up. Barbecue chicken. And it's 4-0 Chicago. Alyssa Thomas on the three-point line. Alyssa Thomas over to Ty Harris. Gets the screen. The fake screen, actually. Right side of the floor being guarded tightly. Gets screened by Bree Jones. Ball gets hit out of bounds by Cardoso. 5 on the shot clock. As I mentioned, Elizabeth Williams is the only player out. She's out with a knee injury. Ball and play. DeWanna Bonner, deep three, shoots a three, misses. Alyssa Thomas gets the rebound and scores. So the Sun are on the board. Alyssa Thomas got away with I think a push off. Diamond DeShields for three, misses, and Alyssa Thomas with the rebound. She's pushing it quickly up the court. Coast to coast goes up. Gets stripped by DeShields, and it looks like Alyssa Thomas turned her ankle there, and she's holding her ankle on the floor. Diamond DeShields with the strip on Alyssa Thomas. Yeah, she's holding her right ankle. She already has like those orthotics, as I think they're called, around both ankles. For those who don't know about Alyssa Thomas, she has 2 torn labrums in both shoulders. So she has a torn labrum in each shoulder, which is why her shot is very unorthodox. She gets the inbound shot, gets blocked though by the Sky, and Dana Evans secures the rebound. Dana Evans quickly up the court, calls for the screen from Cardoso. She gets it, goes left, goes up with the left hand scoop. They call a carry on Dana Evans. So turnover by the Sky. Dana Evans calls for a carry on the way to the basket. So it's Teresa Weatherspoon, ex-Liberty player, Liberty legend. She's like, come on, fam, you really calling that? But Sun the inbound in front of the Sky bench, and they get the ball inbounds. Ty Harris running the play. Ty Harris, middle of the floor. We have it to Alyssa Thomas. Alyssa Thomas over to Dejanay Carrington, the star of last game against the Fever. She has the ball. Back to Alyssa. Alyssa with 5 on the shot clock. Alyssa finds Dewana cutting. It gets tipped out of bounds. The Chicago Sky defense is getting hands on everything. And that's what you like to see early. So ball in play. They get it in. They miss. Dejanay Carrington gets the rebound but gets fouled. And I forgot to end the poll. Poll ended. Let's see what the results looking like. We got 68% say yes. So she's already on 2 points and a rebound so far for Angel Reese. Dejanay Carrington gets fouled. She's going to go to the line. She was fouled by, I'll tell you in a moment. Looked like Mabry. Fouled by Mabry. Dejanay Carrington hits the first free throw. Dejanay for the second. And she buries the second. Tie game, 4-4. 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Dana Evans quickly up the court over to DeShields. And fouled by Bree Jones on Camila Cardoso. Bree was trying to get the steal because Cardoso was posting her up and she commits the foul. So ball back in play with Dana Evans. Dana Evans throws it high to Cardoso. She backs up, goes up on Bree Jones and misses. Rebound by Thomas. Thomas pushing up quickly. Oh, she tries to feed Bonner. Gets tipped out by DeShields again. DeShields really playing these passing lanes well. It was a pretty bad pass by Thomas. So it'll be Sun ball under their basket. Ball back in play with the Sun. Over to Ty Harris. Ty Harris blows by Cardoso. Finds AT at the foul line. The little shot put is good. And the Sun take their lead. 6-4. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Mabry on Dallas. She was a part of that trade. DeShields in the post of Cardoso. Cardoso spin with the left hand hook. Misses. Alyssa Thomas, another rebound. She's already feasting on the board so far. Alyssa Thomas over to Dewana Bonner. She gets to the foul line, tries to do her step through move. Passes it back to Alyssa. Left side of the floor. Hits Bree Jones in the post. She backs down. Angel Reese goes up, misses. Gets her on rebound, goes up again, misses. Gets fouled by Reese. So Angel Reese with her first foul of the game. Played solid defense on the first attempt by Bree Jones. Might have got away with the first one. And the second one was probably weaker than the first. So Bree Jones at the line, 4 free throws. Bree Jones hits the first. Ooh, and Bree Jones rattles in the second. So it's 8-4 Chicago, 8-4 Connecticut, excuse me. Mabry with the ball. Look at Mabry changed her hairstyle a bit or did something with it. Angel Reese gets the assist. Gets the ball from Mabry and scores. Assist to Mabry. Angel Reese, 4 points in the first quarter. Ty Harris with the ball, left side of the floor. Gets the screen from Bree Jones. Good pass from Bree Jones. Oh, bumps Cardoso off the spot and Bree Jones scores. So it's 10-6. Chicago gets the ball up the court quickly. And it looked like it was off Chicago, but the ref says it's Chicago ball still. Both teams trying to advance the ball quickly up the court. So Dana Evans to inbound in the deep right corner of the court. He hits Diamond DeShields. Oh, she gets the inbound and just rushes the shot, shoots it over the rim. Ty Harris quick scoops the layup and good. Alyssa Thomas with the assist. So off the miss, Alyssa Thomas is looking to push quickly. She gets the ball up the court. Ty Harris saw Cardoso in the rear view and quick scoop the layup. Dana Evans with the ball now for Chicago. Dana finds Reese by the foul line. Reese blows by Bree Jones, goes over with the left hand scoop. Oh, she misses but gets fouled by Bree Jones. That might be 2 fouls on Bree Jones. That's Bree Jones' second foul, so she's gonna have to go to the bench for the rest of this quarter. Angel Reese, she's quick. She's a quick for a big player, so she took her off the dribble and she's at the line. She shoots the first free throw and scores. So Bree Jones to the bench. They'll probably put Olivia Nelson-Ododa, which they do. They put her in. Olivia Nelson-Ododa out of UConn. I think this is her second or third year in the league. Reese, the second free throw is good. So Reese up to 6 points already. Ball in play with the Sun. 12-8 Connecticut. Ty Harris over to Alyssa Thomas. Spin move, goes up with the right and scores. She attacked Diamond DeShields quickly. Spin move and got the ball up on the basket before Cardoso could rotate over. 14-8. Mabry with the ball for the Sky. Gets the screen on the left-hand side from Cardoso. She drives into the basket. Passes it to Reese. Reese, hand off to Mabry. Corner three. And she misses. Rebound, Dewana. Over to Alyssa Thomas. Alyssa Thomas over to Dewana. Left side of the floor. Crossover on Reese. Crossover again on Reese. Scoop with the left. And that was beautiful. And timeout by T. Spoon. So Dewana set up Reese. Went left to right. Crossover into the paint. And then quarterback right to left. Kept it in the left hand. Scooped it in off the glass. 16-8 Connecticut. After 5 minutes, 16 seconds. So offenses are flowing so far. We got foul trouble for Bree Jones already. Angel Reese on pace for 10 points already. She's up to 6 points. They took the rebound away from her, so she's up to 6 points. Excuse me. All right, so we're at a commercial right now. It's an official. I think it was a timeout by the Chicago. Yeah, instead of a official's timeout. Timeout Chicago. Alyssa Thomas already on triple-double watch. 6 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. And we're not even halfway through the first quarter. RC, salute. I said, Jay, you on a roll, bro? You grinding hard. Yeah, 5 stream straight. Yeah, I've been streaming since Sunday, bro. So today's Wednesday. Yeah, so yeah, just about. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, about. Tomorrow will be 5. We're at 4 right now. Grinding, man. On the road to 500 subs, man. We had 484 before we started the stream, so hoping we get there soon. It's a bit. They're showing this League Pass and their like commercials. They're showing like the a little commercial when the Fever and the Sky played each other. I guess it's relevant since the Sky are playing right now. Let me make sure everything is working correctly here. I think I took something off and it didn't come back, so let's get that working. Looks like the broadcast is coming back, though. Broadcast is coming back. What are they? They're the Sun. And they are the Sky. So it looks like we're back on the broadcast, people. We're back on the broadcast. So we're waiting for them to inbound the ball. Yeah, bro. Those League Pass halftime commercials just be like, all right, man. So Cardoso to inbound the ball for Chicago. The Sun, Alyssa Thomas and the Sun are putting in work early. So 16-8, and we're back in play with the Sky. Mabry over to Reese. Let's see. Kennedy Carter into the game for Dana Evans. Lindsay Allen in the game as well. Foul on Nelson-Ododa trying to run through a screen. So she gets called for the foul. So Mabry to inbound, right side of the floor. It's Lindsay Allen, Mabry, Kennedy Carter, Cardoso, and Reese. Reese gets the ball stolen from her by Nelson-Ododa. Ty Harris over to Dejanay Carrington. She attacks Cardoso, gets the shot blocked, and it's out of bounds on the Sky. DeJournette tried to body up Cardoso. Cardoso didn't move an inch and just punched that right back. Yeah, solid block, and then she swipes it away. DeJournette tried it. I respect it though. I respect the effort. Ty Harris to Alyssa Thomas to inbound, gets it to Ty Harris. Ty Harris over to Alyssa. Alyssa tries to attack Reese, goes up, tries to drop it off, steal by Lindsay Allen. The Sky are on the run here. Lindsay finds Kennedy Carter, or goes through Kennedy's hands, and turnover Sky. So turnover by the Sky, ball back with the Sun. AT with the ball, top of the key, finds Ty Harris. Ty Harris comes off the screen, and they call a moving screen by Alyssa Thomas. So back-to-back turnovers here by Alyssa Thomas. She had her leg extended a bit outside of her body for the screen, so that's why they called a moving screen there. So back-to-back turnovers, well, back-to-back-to-back turnovers for both teams. Reese with the ball over to Kennedy Carter, left side of the floor. Tiffany Mitchell in the game for the Sun here. Mabry for three, top of the key, and Marina Mabry hits the three. 16-11. Ball inbounded to the Sun. Ty Harris over to Thomas. Thomas usually plays all 40 minutes. DeJournette Carrington, right side, pump fake, attacks the basket, hop step into the lane, goes up with the left, misses. Kennedy Carter with the rebound. Kennedy Carter has been a live wire off the bench for the Sky this year. Kennedy Carter, as I say that, gets to her mid-range jump shot, buries it. 16-13 Sun. Sky, nice response after the timeout here. Olivia Nelson-Ododa misses the pass. Oh, Kennedy Carter gets the steal, and she's already up to 4 points off the bench. Timeout, Connecticut. Alyssa Thomas tried to feed Olivia Nelson-Ododa at the top of the key. Ball gets past her. Nobody tries to chase it. Kennedy Carter, first to react, gets the steal, coast to coast, uncontested layup. And timeout, Sun. Stephanie White wants to talk it over with her group. So the Sky on a nice little run here since the timeout. They've forced 2 turnovers and they've scored about 6 points. So they're on a nice run here. Let's see if the Sun can get back on track. Could not connect with Chad during last favorite. Nah, I didn't block you, Eddie. Nah, not at all. Yeah, the Fever got murdered. I'm not sure what happened there. I didn't block you. But I'm glad you're here. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, they got slaughtered. That second half, second quarter on was just abysmal. It made for a pretty lackluster stream, to be quite frank with you, my friend. But I'll never end the stream early. You can guarantee that even if the game is not looking good, we'll ride it out until the end. Ball back in play with the Sun. 16-15. Mo Jefferson is in the game. This is her second game back. She was dealing with an ankle injury. So it's Mo Jefferson, Carrington, Thomas, Ododa, and Mitchell. DeJournette, right wing three, off the back rim, rebound by Reese. Over to Lindsay Allen. Lindsay Allen slows it down. She calls out the play. Michaela Onyenwere, ex-Liberty player, is in the game. Over to Kennedy Carter. She scored the last 4, and she's back again with another. Kennedy Carter, just telling y'all, live wire off the bench. And the Sky retake the lead, 17-16. Tiffany Mitchell. Sorry, DeJournette Carrington, left side of the floor. Over to Thomas. Thomas finds Mitchell cutting. Hits the cameraman in the front row with the bullet pass. And it's another turnover by Alyssa Thomas. DeJournette Carrington going out the game. DeWanna Bonner coming into the game. So Alyssa Thomas already up to about 4 turnovers. Miscommunication on passes, moving screens. It's just not clicking so far for the Sun. Lindsey Allen over to Kennedy Carter. She has 6 off the bench in 3 minutes. Isabel Harrison into the game. Reverse spin on Nelson Nadota and scores. Had Nelson Nadota in the post. Faked the spin going left. Went right and scored. Mo Jeff quickly up the court. Gets the screen from Thomas. Alyssa Thomas against Michaela. Reverse pivot. Finds Nelson Nadota. She gets fouled. That might be a foul on Kennedy Carter in the paint. So the Sky on a nice like 8-0, 10-0 run right here. So let's see if the Sun can score. Nelson Nadota at the line. The foul was on Kennedy Carter. Nelson Nadota for the first. And she rattles in the first. Brianna Turner, used to play with the Phoenix Mercury, is in the game. Nelson Nadota rattles in the second. So it's 19-18 Chicago. My clock is a little behind, about 5 seconds. Isabel Harrison in the paint gets stripped by AT. They're on the floor diving for it. AT gets the steal, but Kennedy Carter gets it right back. Oh, crossed over. She gets into the paint, handoff to Breezy Turner. She wasn't ready for it, and turnover Sky. Sun back with the ball. Over to Alyssa Thomas. She traveled. I seen it. Alyssa Thomas with the travel. DeWanna Bonner put her in a tough spot there with the pass. Kennedy Carter sitting right in front of her. She took some extra steps there. So Alyssa Thomas just turning the ball over left and right here. Running the clock down a tiny bit here so we can get on target. They just have the camera focus on Kennedy Carter, so I can't see what's going on. There we go. So the Sky inbound the ball. Lindsey Allen with the ball, calling out the play. 19-18 so far. Been an interesting first quarter. Turnover filled. Isabel Harrison, top of the key 3. Oh, Izzy knocks down the top of the key 3. 22-18. No hesitation by Isabel. And she knocks down the top of the key 3. 22-18 Chicago. DeWanna tries to answer with a long 2, misses. They fighting for the ball. Ball goes out of bounds off of the Sky. It stays Sun ball. Oh, the broadcaster saying this is her first made 3 of the season. She has been dealing with that knee injury. So she's back in. It looks like a miss happened there. DeWanna, I think Alyssa Thomas with another turnover. She might have a triple-double with turnovers tonight at this rate. Izzy Harrison. Over to Lindsey Allen. Lindsey Allen tries to pass the ball through. It's a kick ball. Oh, Jonathan, salute, yeah. Houston Comets. I have a lot of the old teams that are no longer with us. I have a lot of those T-shirts just to pay respects to the W and the history of it. Beulah, salute. What's going on? Michaela with the ball over to Isabel Harrison off the inbound. Lindsey Allen, 10 on the shot clock. We're under a minute to go here. 8 on the shot clock. Lindsey Allen looking for somebody. Finds Kennedy Carter. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Bounce past to Breezy Turner. Turnover. Kennedy. She should have pulled a mid-range jump shot. Alyssa Thomas with the ball. She's had an interesting first quarter. She has probably 5 of the 7 turnovers. DeWanna Bonner into the paint. Double clutches. Misses. Nelson Nadota with the rebound and putback. Ball back in play. It's a 2-point game here, 22-20. About a 4-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Lindsey Allen right in front of her bench on the left side finds Kennedy Carter. Guarded tightly by Tiffany Mitchell. Kennedy Carter between the legs. Pulls up. Mid-range jump shot. Back rims it. Alyssa Thomas. Oh, Nelson Nadota steals a rebound from her. 5 seconds. Alyssa Thomas. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Over to DeWanna Bonner. Pump fake. Gets fouled. Do they call the foul on the floor? I hope they called a foul on the floor. So they call the foul on Lindsey Allen right before DeWanna Bonner shoots to 3. So it's a sideline out of bounds. It's 0.3 seconds on the clock. They're just going to inbound and end the quarter that way. So at the end of the first quarter, Chicago goes up goes down and goes back up. Lead the game so far 22-20. 22-20. Good first quarter so far. Very competitive. That's what we like to see. We don't like to see blowouts in the first quarter. But let's get things ready for the second. All right. I think this is fixed now. I can get this up for us. And let me see if our game leaders are working now. Yep. So everything is operational. You guys can see all that. Perfect. All right, people. So good first quarter. Good first quarter. Very competitive. I'm gonna give you a quick stat check. The leaders for both teams: Alyssa Thomas with 6 points, 4 rebounds to lead the Sun. Ty Harris with 3 assists. Then you have Kennedy Carter off the bench. 6 points, a rebound, and 2 assists. So you like to see it. Kennedy Carter, as I mentioned, off the bench, she's been putting up numbers. She's a candidate for probably 6th player of the year at the clip she's been producing. In 5 minutes, she has 6 points, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Alyssa Thomas, I wanted to verify her turnovers. She's up to 6 turnovers. She has 6 of the 7 Sun turnovers. Beulah asks, is AT okay? Yeah, she seems to be okay. She's back moving, but a lot of turnovers. 6 turnovers out of her team 7. So she has basically 99% of the turnovers. But she is leading her team in scoring with 6 points. For those who were here earlier before the game started, we had a poll: will Angel Reese get a double-double tonight? She has 6 points and a rebound after the first quarter. So she's on pace with points. Let's see if she gets on pace with the rebounds. It'll be tough, but we shall see. Right, so we got everything rolling here properly. So we should be good to go. All right, end of the first quarter. The Sun are shooting 38.9% from the field. The Sky are shooting 60% from the field, 9 of 15 shooting. They're not a big volume 3-point shooting team. They're shooting 50%, 2 for 4. The Sun are 0 for 2. Both teams have made all their free throws. And the turnover battle: 6 turnovers by the Sky, 7 by the Sun. The fouls are tied at 4 fouls apiece for both teams, but the Sun are winning the rebounding battle 10-7. So that's something to keep an eye on. Ball back in play. They just came back so quickly. As soon as the game came back on screen, they were inbounding the ball. So we're off, people. Oh, now the broadcast audio came back. Ty Harris with the ball. So it's Ty Harris, Alyssa Thomas, Tiff Mitchell, Bree Jones, and DeWanna Bonner. Bree Jones tries to drive. She falls down, and they call a jump ball between Cardoso and Bree Jones. So we got Cardoso versus Bree Jones. Let's see who wins this tip between the big women. And the Sky get the tip. Does it stay in bounds? Ty Harris saves it. Mabry had it. Oh, DeWanna Bonner has to throw it up, and she misses the long 3. She had to throw it up. Saved inbounds by Cardoso, but it ends up getting tipped out. So it's still Sun ball here. Connecticut get away with one here. So for the Sky is Reese, Dana, Evans, Cardoso, DeShields, and Mabry. So the starters are in the game for the Sky. Ty Harris, left side of the floor, over to DeWanna Bonner. On the right side, gets the screen from Alyssa Thomas, and she gets fouled on the jumper by Mabry. Mabry in disbelief at the buzzer. So it's a terrible foul there at the buzzer. Mabry hits DeWanna while she's shooting from the baseline. So the Connecticut Sun at the line to try and tie this game here. Bonner shoots the first, and she makes the first. DeWanna Bonner at the line for the second. And she hits both. So it's a tie game, people. 22 all. 22 all. And we're back in play with the Sky. Evans up the court quickly. Left side of the floor. Looking for DeShields. Doesn't get her. Still dribbling. Goes back to Mabry on the left side. Over to Cardoso. Cardoso out jumps Bree Jones and scores. Even though they're almost the same height, Cardoso, way more athletic than Bree Jones, jumped right over her, got the ball, layup. Bree Jones has the ball now. Mismatch with DeShields. She attacks, goes up, hook shot, rolls around. Cardoso the rebound. Over to Mabry. Mabry gets the screen from Cardoso. Cardoso rolls to the basket. Mabry doesn't pass it. She's dribbling. She attacks, spin move, gets into the paint, throws it up, bounces around. Oh, and who gets it? Alyssa Thomas secures the rebound. Alyssa Thomas quickly up the floor. Gets Dana Evans out the way, and they call a blocking foul. Jeez, that was like a running back running down the lane, Dana Evans, like a cornerback in the way, and she gets bowled over. So Alyssa Thomas to the line for free throws here. So Alyssa Thomas at the line for free throws here. She hits the first. And Alyssa Thomas hits the second. So we're back to a tie game here. Cardoso inbounds. And something happened. What's the call here? They call something on the bench, or did they call a technical foul? The commentator's not even saying anything. So I guess I'm assuming it's a technical foul. Yeah, the commentators don't even know. Nobody knows what's going on here. Technical foul on the Sky bench, not a particular player. So DeWanna Bonner shoots the free throw and scores. Nobody knows whose it's on. So Mabry hits the free throw. Bonner hits the free throw, and it still stays Sky ball here. That was a weird one. Somebody said something on the bench. The ref heard it and teched it and gave them a technical foul. Evans with the ball, however, over to Mabry. Mabry resets for three, right in front of her bench, misses. Bonner with the rebound. Bonner over to Tiffany Mitchell. Tiffany Mitchell over to Alyssa Thomas. Alyssa Thomas posts up on DeShields. Spin move. She runs into a brick wall, throws it. Tiffany Mitchell, left corner three, misses. Rebound Mabry. Wide open miss by Tiff Mitchell. Pass into Camila Cardoso. DeWanna Bonner on the back end gets the deflection, but it goes out of bounds. So it stays with the Sky here. Ball inbounds, waiting to be inbounded. Gets it to Mabry on the right side of the floor. Cardoso sets the screen. Mabry goes left into the paint. Goes up, throws up the left-hand floater. Rebound by Bonner again. Over to Ty Harris. Ty Harris running quickly up the court, trying to get them some easy baskets here. She gets the screen, gets into the paint, throws up the quick right-hand layup, and scores. So Connecticut up 27-24. Dana Evans goes to the left-hand side, and Teaspoon calls a timeout for the Chicago Sky. So at the 7-minute mark here, almost the 7-minute mark, we have the Sun up 27-24. They're outscoring the Sky 7-2 in the second quarter so far. All right, so we're at a timeout right now. Timeout Chicago at the moment. So this quarter has been a little slower. A little slower. Teams are getting into settling into their own on defense. Offense not being as easy to come by as it was earlier in the first quarter. Let's see. Alyssa Thomas, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. So she's on double watch for sure. We have, who else is doing well? Angel Reese, like I mentioned, 6 points, 1 rebound. She hasn't done anything yet. Camila Cardoso with 2 points and 2 rebounds. And you have Mabry with 5 points and 2 assists. So in terms of overall standings, I know at the bottom right I have the standings for East and West. But in terms of overall standings, the Connecticut Sun are still in first place with a 10-1 record. The Sky are in 8th place with a 4-6 record. Shine bright like a diamond. The Shields can handle AT. Yeah, she's been playing her pretty solid so far, forcing some turnovers. So she has been doing well so far. All right, it looks like the broadcast is coming back now. They're showing a shot of Chicago. I've never been to Chicago. Do want to visit eventually. Of that river that goes through Chicago. I'm not sure what it's called, but they're showing a nice little drone shot of it. All right, so it will be Chicago ball out of that timeout. Let's see what they could orchestrate. Thank you. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. Because I had no clue what that was, what the name of it was. Maybe the inbound to Evans. Evans with the ball. Evans over to DeShields. DeShields drives on Bonner and they call a foul. Who is the foul on? They call a foul on DeWanda Bonner on the reach in. So it gets it's going to be sidelined out of bounds again to inbound Chicago. So maybe the inbound again. She inbounds to Dana Evans. I'm going to slow the clock down because I'm a little ahead here. Reese with the ball. Reese back to Dana Evans. 5 on the shot clock here. Dana Evans double crossover, gets into the paint, throws up her floater, and gets on the board. Dana Evans with the floater. It's 27-26. Sun are up right now. Bree Jones with the ball. Bree Jones, hand off to Dejanay Carrington. Dejanay Carrington, turn around. She passes it out to Alyssa Thomas. Thomas over to Ty Harris. Back to Thomas. Thomas over to Bonner. Bonner, 5 on the shot clock. Gets to Bree Jones. Bree Jones attacks. Scoop up layup. Bree Jones gets past Cardoso and scores. Izzy on the YouTube salute. I cannot put the game up. It's copywritten stuff. So they'll take my channel down if I put the game up. So this is as good as I can give you. Cardoso, baseline jump shot, rims out and rebound. Alyssa Thomas. Reese gets to steal. Oh, they fighting for it on the floor. Alyssa Thomas gets it though. Gets it to DeWanda Bonner. They have numbers if they want it. Oh, DeWanda with the crossover. Cardoso with the block. Big block by Cardoso. Diamond and Shields baseball pass to Reese. She saves it to Mabry. Mabry pump fake. 3 from the corner. Oh, that would have had the roof going off the place if she hits that. DeWanda Bonner in the front court. Oh, crossover on Cardoso again. She tries to attack, and Cardoso fouls her this time. Wow, that was an exciting sequence right there. You got Reese and Thomas fighting for the ball in the backcourt. DeWanda crossover on Cardoso. She comes over and punches it out of bounds. Maybe just couldn't get the 3 to fall on the other end. Oh, she looked at her too after the block. Like, come on. I love it. Yesterday, I loved it when Natisha Heidemann from the Lynx blocked Kelsey Plum and told her to get that weak beep beep out of here. And then they got into it. Dewana Bonner hits the first free throw. So it's a lot of the stakes are high in a lot of these games so far. So I don't want people to think it's just people picking on the young lady from Indiana, Caitlin. The tensions are high all around the league. People want to win. This is the year to win here. She misses the second free throw, and Angel Reese gets the rebound. Yeah, Angel has, as the broadcasters were saying, Angel Reese hasn't really touched the ball on the offensive end in a while. But Dana Evans with the ball gets the screen from Cardoso, passes it to Cardoso. She gets fouled by Alyssa Thomas. She's a lot to handle down there, a lot to handle. And Cardoso will go to the line for free throws. Cardoso, I think she's like 6'7", so it's hard to even for any of these players to try and even get the ball when they throw the ball high. So Cardoso at the line for free throws. She hits the first. Yeah, Cardoso 6'7", 215. Yeah, she's a lot to handle down there. Kennedy Carter back into the game for the Sky. DeShields to the bench and Evans. And Cardoso rattles in the second. Ball in play. Lindsey Allen and Kennedy Carter in for DeShields and Dana Evans. Oh, Veronica Burton getting minutes for the Sun here. She comes in for Ty Harris. Gives the ball to Veronica. She's not really a shooter. Veronica bounce pass to Bree Jones. Floater by Bree is good. Lindsey Allen brings it up. It's 32-28, Sun out in front. Mabry over to Reese. Swings it to Kennedy. Kennedy looking for Cardoso. Cardoso baseline right side. Back out to Kennedy. 10 on the shot clock. Kennedy blows by. Handoff to Cardoso. And she banks it in. What a pass by Kennedy Carter. Finds Cardoso right in the middle of the paint. Gives a quick pass and Cardoso gets it in off the glass. 32-30. So Kennedy comes in, good things happen. Veronica Burton goes left. Hesitation dribble out to Bree Jones. Bree Jones, foul line jumper. Oh, she's feeling it, people. Bree Jones hits the foul line jumper. Cardoso was camped out in the paint. Bree Jones is capable of hitting that shot. So it's 34-30. Bree Jones up to 10 points. Lindsey Allen blows by Burton, gets up, and misses the floater. Dewana Bonner with the rebound. Alyssa Thomas brings it up the court. Alyssa Thomas gets the screen from Bree Jones. Alyssa Thomas looking, hits it to Dewana. Dewana goes left. Out to Veronica Burton. She shoots the wide open three. Front rims it. Rebound by Mabry. Mabry quickly up to Kennedy. Kennedy slows it down. Oh, crossover on Burton. Goes reverse layup. Oh, that was beautiful. Kennedy Carter already up to 8 points here. Tough move by Kennedy. It's 34-32. A steal by the Sky. Mabry out to Angel Reese. Nobody around her. Jump stop. Layup. It's good. Timeout. Connecticut. And the tie the tie is game. The game is tied at 34. You love to see it. Defense to offense. Mabry gets the steal. Angel Reese runs the floor. Nobody around her. She gets the open layup to tie the game. All right. We got a good one on our hands so far, people. Good one on our hands. The three-point shots aren't falling like that. Connecticut is 0 for 5. Chicago's 2 for 6. But they're getting shots in the paint. They're getting to the line. Both teams are. Chicago has 24 points in the paint. The Sun have 20. So you can see where a lot of the action is taking place. The Sun have already taken 13 free throws. They've made 12. The Sky have taken 4 and made all 4 of them so far. They're showing the They on the commercial they're showing now is Chicago versus New York when Chicago beat us at home. That's when Teaspoon got her win against us, and then we had to get our get back later on. When we went to Chicago and Stewie had to put belt to behind out there. So, Angel Reese up to 8 points and 2 rebounds. So, for those who voted yes on the double double, she still has a chance. We know she can get double doubles really quickly. She can get those rebounds really quickly because she's always a lot to handle around the glass. So we're still in commercial now, still in commercial. Thank you for everybody who's tuned in for the watch along. I cannot put the camera at the game, Chris Osoro. They will flag the channel even though the audio's not coming through. Once it'll get flagged. Earlier in the season, when the Connecticut Sun tried to broadcast their own game on their own YouTube channel, it got taken down by YouTube. So if a team can't even broadcast their own game, I'll be out of here super quick during the preseason. The game is on WNBA League Pass if you do want to watch. If you're in the Connecticut or Chicago areas, it's on the local broadcast channel. Sun with the ball. Veronica Burton with the pump fake over to Dejanay Carrington. Had a quiet night so far for her after that 21-point game. She does a spin move, misses. Bree Jones with the rebound, foul, and one Brianna Jones. Bree Jones really active in this game. She's getting a lot of touches. She's 5 for 8 from the field, already has 12 points. She comes all the way from outside the paint, seals Isabel Harrison, gets the rebound, and putback is good. Bree Jones completes the 3-point play, and it's the 3-point game. The foul was on Isabel Harrison, for those keeping track. Lindsay Allen brings the ball up the court. It's Allen, Carter, Reese, Mabry, and Harrison. Lindsay Allen, lazy pass. Mabry, Dejanay Carrington gets a deflection. It stays sky ball. They're cleaning up some liquid on the sideline. A drink spilled after that the ball went into the crowd there. So they're wiping it up now. Right by the Chicago Sky bench. Man, they got all the way out to the 3-point line. They got on Dejanay's sneakers. He's trying to dry them off now. So as they clean that up, we're just going to wait here. They got 5 different people trying to wipe up the court here. Got the mop, the towels. That's the thing about basketball in general. When you have courtside fans and you have drinks and stuff, things like this tend to happen when people are so close to the action. But they got it cleaned up. Mabry inbounds to Harrison. Over to Allen. Mabry trying to post up Burton, and she does. I think they used to be teammates out in Dallas. Oh, Isabel travels. I've seen that. Isabel Harrison with the travel, turnover, Chicago. Ball inbounded to Veronica Burton, recently acquired by the Sun, and Alyssa Thomas with the ball. They find Bree Jones at the foul line. She has a mismatch. Kennedy Carter guarding her, and she gets fouled. Kennedy Carter with the foul on Bree Jones. Bree Jones gets the mismatch with Kennedy Carter there, and Kennedy Carter gets the block. Gets the foul, excuse me. So Bree Jones is back at the line for free throws. She hits the first. And they said, yeah, we got to get a big back into this game. Cardoso gets checked back in so she could deal with Bree Jones. And Bree Jones, front rims the second. Cardoso gets the rebound immediately. Over to Mabry. 38-34. Approaching 2 minutes to go in the first half. Been a back and forth game, which we like to see here on the Watchalongs. Carter over to Mabry, top of the key. Mabry, hesitation dribble on Carrington. She tries to go left. Carrington gets charged with the foul. Thought she had it clean, but gets called for the foul. First foul by Dejanay. She thought she got the ball all clean. But it's still Chicago ball. Mabry inbounds to Lindsay Allen. Gets the screen from Cardoso. Goes over to Kennedy. Left side of the floor here. Kennedy gets the screen from Reese. She gets around. Alyssa Thomas gets into the paint. Goes up. Blocked by Nelson Adota. Over to Dejanay Carrington. Left side of the floor. Finds Alyssa Thomas. It goes through Alyssa's legs. And Alyssa Thomas saves it. Gets it to Adota. No, Adota turns it over. Kennedy Carter on the break. She attacks. Goes up. Dejanay Carrington with the block. Mabry saves it, though. Wow. Defense is crazy in this game. Reese tries to back down Thomas. Gets the ball stolen. It goes off the sun, and it stays with the sky. Man, defense is high right now on both ends. Yeah, Dejanay with the clean block there. Ball inbound with Chicago. Lindsay Allen, left side of the floor, gets into the paint, throws up the floater, and it bounces around, misses. Cardoso with the rebound, misses, and they call a foul. So Cardoso, a problem again. Liz, salute. What's going on? Thanks for joining as always. So Cardoso, she's up to 4 rebounds, 7 points for her. She's at the line again. Hits the first. She has a nice free throw stroke, Cardoso does. Nothing but net for the first free throw. Second, buries it. So it's 38-36 with a minute to go here in the first half. Cardoso up to 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Alyssa Thomas with the ball. Like I said, Alyssa Thomas usually plays the whole game unless it's a blowout. Ty Harris into Bonner. Bonner, jump shot from the baseline is good. Ball back in play. We're at 45 seconds here to go. 40-36 here. Sun are up. Angel Reese, top of the key. 3-point line looking for Cardoso. They get it to her. She goes up and she gets too far under the basket, misses. Alyssa Thomas pushing it quickly. Over to Dewana Bonner. Another baseline jumper from the left side, misses. And Ty Harris saves it. Ty Harris over to Dewana Bonner. She shoots the 3 from the corner. Air ball. Ball bounces to Mabry and the shot clock is off here. Both teams look a little tired here as we come. We have 7 seconds. 6. Mabry with the ball. It goes left. 5 seconds. Step back jumper from Mabry. And foul by Dejanay Carrington on the 3-point shot. That is unacceptable. She got too aggressive there on the closeout on Mabry. Mabry steps back and she runs right into her landing area. Yep. So there's 3 seconds to go, guys. 3 seconds to go. Let me fix that on the clock. Mabry misses the first. Oh, that's unfortunate. Mabry shoots the second, and she buries the second. Mabry hits the third. So she hits 2 out of 3. 3.2 seconds to go. 2-point game. Ball inbound. Ty Harris. 1 second. Goes behind the back. Nope. She does too much dribbling. Doesn't get up in time. And that's the end of the first half, people. At the end of the first half, 40-38. The Sun over the sky. All right, as always, guys, we're gonna take a look at the box score, the team stats, have some conversations, see what give our predictions for the second half, and we'll move on like that. So let me get that ready for us. In the meantime, salute to everybody who's here on the watch along. All I think it says 46 of us here, 45 on the YouTube, 1 on the Twitch. Salute to everybody here tuned in for some WNBA action on this Wednesday evening. Let me get this up for us. Make sure everything is copacetic here. All right, cool. Let's publish that. Boom. Hope you guys are able to see that. Hope it's visible to you. I have a lot of sports here at the top. Let me look at that. What's that say? Dallas beating Boston. Okay, that's good to know in the NBA. All right, so for the Connecticut Sun, they were outscored 22-20 in the first quarter. They outscored the Sky 20-16 in the second, which is why it's a 40-38 lead here. Looking at the Connecticut Sun, excuse me, DeWanna Bonner with 18 minutes, 8 points, 6 rebounds. She hasn't hit a 3 yet. She's 2 for 9. Done most of her damage at the foul line, 4 or 5. We have Alyssa Thomas. As I mentioned, she had a lot of turnovers. 6 turnovers in that first quarter. She didn't have any in the second. It's 8 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. She played all 20 minutes. We have Bree Jones. She's been the X factor. 14 points and 2 rebounds. Drizzy Des, salute my guy. Mabry be pissing me off. Yeah, there's some games where she looks unstoppable, and then other games it's like, come on now. Ty Harris and the amount of stuff Chicago gave up to get her. You would expect her to be a little better. But back to the Sun, Ty Harris with 4 points and 4 assists. Dejanay Carrington, after scoring 20 plus against the Fever, only has 2 points and a rebound so far in 14 minutes of play, has not made a field goal. The bench, Nelson Adota with 4 points. Mitchell, Jefferson, and Burton don't have a point. Burton does have 2 assists, though. The Sun are shooting 40% from the field, 0 for 6 from 3, so 0%, and 87.5% from the free throw line. They've taken 16 free throws, only missed 2. They have 20 rebounds as a team, 9 assists, 5 steals, and 2 blocks. 10 total turnovers for the Sun. So let's take a look at Chicago. Angel Reese, the poll before the game was will Angel Reese get a double-double? She's almost there in points. She has 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 17 minutes of play. Not in foul trouble, so she should be able to play a lot of minutes in the second half. So we'll see if she gets it. Cardoso, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks. DeShields, she's not playing well at all, people. DeShields, a minus 12 in her minutes, no points, has a rebound and an assist. No fouls either, so it's not like she's in foul trouble. So I don't know about Diamond. Mabry, 7 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. 1 for 4 from 3. Dana Evans, 2 points, a rebound and an assist. Need a little bit more from her. She's a minus 12 in her minutes. Tied for the team worst right now with the Shields. The bench, Isabel Harrison in her 5 minutes has 5 points and a steal. Jim, salute, what's going on? Breezy Turner, no points. She got 2 minutes. Michaela Onyenwere with 4 minutes, no points. Lindsay Allen with no points, but has 2 assists. And Kennedy Carter, their live wire off the bench with 8 points, 3 assists, 3 steals. A +8 in her minutes. Chicago shooting 46.7% from the field, 33% from 3, and 88.9% from the line. They've only missed 1 free throw. They have 13 rebounds as a team, 11 assists, and 6 steals, 4 blocks. So defensively, they look really solid. Let's take a look at the team stats so we can have a side-by-side comparison here. So rebound battle, Connecticut is winning it 20-13. They have 6 offensive rebounds to the 2 for the Sky. Chicago is winning the assist battle 11-9. The steal battle 6-5. The block battle 4-2. Connecticut has more turnovers than Chicago, 10-8. Connecticut has conceded 14 points off of those turnovers, those 10 turnovers. Chicago has only conceded 5 points off of their 8 turnovers. Points in the paint, I said that was going to be a key thing. 24-22, very even so far. Connecticut had an 8-point lead at their largest part. Chicago had a 4-point lead at their largest part. So yeah, people, that is the box score for this game. Only game on the slate tonight. The only game on the slate tonight. Alrighty. Of course, every game we're gonna share the stats at halftime, and we'll recap them at the end as well. All right, let me pull up the remaining schedule for the WNBA. Give me one moment here as I get it up. This is the only game tonight, as I've mentioned already. But I do want to see the games that are coming up, and I want you guys to see them as well. All right, cool. I got it up now. Boom. Hope you guys can see that. I hope that's large enough on the screen for you to see. So right now we got the sun and the sky, of course. Tomorrow, as I mentioned, Atlanta at Indiana. Doesn't matter in the Commissioner's Cup, but remember, these games still count towards regular season record. So Atlanta coming off a bad loss to Washington. Washington got their first win of the year. They're 1-12 now. And that one win is against Atlanta. Very up and down team. Very confusing team, I should say. So Atlanta looking to get their get back as they travel to Indianapolis. Seattle at Dallas. Very interesting game here in the Commissioner's Cup. Seattle, I don't think they can technically make it if you do the real math on it, but they want to give themselves a shot. Dallas hasn't won any of their Commissioner's Cup games, so they're not even in contention. But in terms of regular season standings, you have, two of the top scorers with Jewel Lloyd and Arike Gumbawale. Jewel, of course, on Seattle, Arike on Dallas. Arike really trying to will this team to some wins, missing her 2 front court players in Natasha Howard and Satu Sabali. So she's really trying to do it all to keep this team at least afloat until they come back sometime, probably after the Olympic break. And Las Vegas versus Phoenix, that's another one. Some interesting storylines here. Las Vegas lost 3 straight games. They lost last night, making it 3 straight losses for the first time since August of 2019. So it seems like there's some trouble in paradise over there. No pun intended, paradise, Las Vegas, paradise, you know what I'm trying to say there. Paradise, Nevada. But a little trouble over there. Phoenix doing a little better this year. Brittany Griner just coming back. Kalia Copper scoring the hell out the ball. That should be an interesting one. I think they already played, and they're 1-1 in the season series. Phoenix lost the season opener, and then came back and beat them the next game. Demon Slayer says, hold on, let me do something here. I want to put your comment up. Demon Slayer says, do you think, why is it always down here? Let me move it over here. See if I can make it a little bigger so everybody can see. Do you think the Vegas Aces are going to win the chip this year? Hope everybody can see that. Sorry about that. Do I think Vegas are going to win the chip? At this point in time, I will say no. It depends on how Chelsea Gray comes back. That is of utmost importance. If Chelsea Gray comes back and she's the Chelsea Gray of last year, then you can't count out the Aces. If she comes back and she looks a step slower, she's not super quick, but if she looks like she's lost a step, Vegas is in trouble, to be honest with you. Because the West, even though they don't do West and East conferences for the playoffs, they're going to have to play the Minnesotas, the Seattles, the Phoenixes of the world. And as we've seen, especially last night, when Minnesota can get hot from three, they look like one of the best teams in the W. So it's going to take Chelsea Gray and health for them to have a chance to win the chip this season. So it'll be interesting to keep an eye on, but there is some trouble brewing over there. I did see a report that Becky Hammond in one of the press conferences did say things haven't been right since the beginning of the season. So from the outside looking in, everything looks fine and the players are happy and laughing and stuff. But who knows? Things could be going on inside the organization. So I guess that will come out at a later date. Chip is basically championship shortened, Jim. Chip is championship shortened. Looking at this, continuing to look at the schedule. Sorry. On Friday we have some other matchups here. No longer Commissioner's Cup because Commissioner Cup ends on the 13th. But on the 14th we have Chicago at Washington. That game is on Ion. Everybody in America should be able to access Ion. Even if you can't, you'll be able to access it. They do simulcast. It's basically the same feed, but the game is also on League Pass. Just have to make sure you're not in the blackout areas for these games. You have LA at Minnesota. That's going to be an interesting one as well. You have Nafisa Collier from Minnesota. Dearica Hamby, who was the player of the week last week. She's averaging a double-double essentially. Out of their games, they're 4-8. They played 12 games. She's probably had 10 double-doubles so far. So Dearica Hamby is someone to watch. And then on Saturday, we have Connecticut at Dallas on CBS. And then we have a rematch of the WNBA Finals, New York at Vegas at 3 p.m. on ABC. There will be no watch along for that game. I won't be able to do any of those games on Saturday. I'll have to catch that New York game probably later on in the day, but that should be an interesting matchup. It'll be interesting to see if Vegas loses to Phoenix and they lose 4 straight. How that New York Vegas game looks on Saturday, especially since New York hasn't played since Sunday. They finished all their Commissioner's Cup games early, so they've been resting and practicing this whole week. This will be their first game back after last playing this past Sunday. And then we finish up on Sunday with 3 matchups here. Chicago at Indiana, rematch of the 2 rookies, Reese and Caitlin. So it's a rematch of that game. Indiana did get their win. That's what the whole controversy started with, the whole Kennedy Carter thing. So that one is going to be highly anticipated. That is at noon on Father's Day here in the U.S. No watch along for that. I'll be out with Pops. So no watch along for that. Then we have 3 p.m. Seattle, Phoenix. That's a interesting matchup. If people aren't familiar with Skylar Diggins-Smith, used to play for Phoenix. They had a bit of a, I shouldn't say disagreement. Some unfair treatment was said to be taking place to her while she was pregnant there. So that would be another a rematch of that. I think they played already this season, and I think Seattle ended up winning that game. Los Angeles at Atlanta. The team, we're waiting for Jordan Canada to come back. Jordan Canada was traded from LA this offseason to Atlanta. She hasn't played yet this whole season, so we haven't seen what the trade has been able to produce so far in terms of Atlanta's side, but LA was able to get a pick in that trade. And I think the rest of the matchups we'll get to at a later date. But we probably will be doing that Monday the 17th matchup with Dallas and Minnesota. I post all of the matchups that we're going to do on the community page. I do it for the week. So I do it on the community tab on my YouTube channel. For those on Twitch, I do just add it to the calendar so that you're able to see it. Oh, my favorite player, D Wade, part owner of the Sky, is in the arena to watch this game. Right, broadcast is coming back and we're off, people. Broadcast came back so quick, but like as soon as they came off the commercial, they were inbounding the ball after they showed D Wade. But we're back in play, 40-38, start of the third quarter. Let's see what happens here. Sun with the ball, Ty Harris for three, and the first shot of the third quarter is a three by Ty Harris. David, looking at your comment, good for the commissioner. It's all about growing the game. That means CC scoring and not dirty play. Yeah, I don't think we'll see any more of those plays by Kennedy for the rest of the year. She knows what's at stake for her and her career, especially with her history. Mabry with the ball. She has to throw it at the basket, and it's a shot clock violation. They just count the rebound by Bree Jones. Ty Harris quickly up the court. Alyssa Thomas pump fake on Cardoso. Had Cardoso jumping out the gym. Blows right by her and scores. A quick 5 points for the Sun. 45-38. Dana Evans with the ball. Dana Evans left-hand dribble. Floater by Dana. Misses. Rebound Reese. Reese goes up and gets the putback. So we're on Reese watch. Remember, people, we are on Reese watch. 45-40. Ty Harris into Dejanay. Dejanay finds a cutting DeWanna Bonner, goes up and scores. She wanted the foul. And a timeout called by Teaspoon. She called an immediate timeout. Connecticut has scored on every possession they've had in the quarter so far. Yeah, class jumping out the gym. Literally had her, she hit her with the pump fake. She was reaching for the stars there, and it was an easy layup. So as I just mentioned, the Sun have scored on every possession they've had so far in this quarter. Teaspoon doesn't like the defensive effort here. Calls a timeout. Yeah, Jim. Connecticut is tough. Very tough team in Connecticut. That's the reason they've only lost one game. Stephanie White, solid coach. Very solid coach Stephanie White is. Alyssa Thomas, all of those players, very veteran. As you can see, there's not really any rookies on this team. This team is a veteran-laden team. From the bench all the way to the starters. Very veteran, all vets. 2+ years of experience. We're looking at DeWanna Bonner, who's like 5th or 4th in the W all-time in scoring. Alyssa Thomas, I think she leads the league in triple doubles. Bree Jones coming off an Achilles, but she's still good. She's up to 14 points already. So we're looking at DeWanna Bonner. I'm gonna look at everybody, how long they've been in the league. DeWanna, this is her 14th season. And you got Alyssa. I think Alyssa is probably around 12 or so. Alyssa's at 10. And then Bree Jones, what's Bree Jones at? Bree Jones is at 7. I think Dejanay is probably at 3 or 4, I will say. Yeah, she was drafted in 2021, so this is 3 for her. And then you got Ty Harris in the starting lineup. This is her 4th. So I'm telling you, a lot of experience on this Connecticut team. Jim says they have developed strong basketball tradition in that state. Yeah, they definitely have. They have a couple UConn players on the team. Nelson Adota for one. Mo Jefferson. So they do always tend to have at least one Connecticut. I think let me look at the roster again. I think there's somebody else on the team that went to Connecticut. Let's see. Yeah, even Endor Falls, she went. Did she go to Connecticut? No. All right, they're coming back to the broadcast now. David says Surprise Chicago only has one more win than the Fever. They are a better team, but they've been very inconsistent. Very inconsistent. Dana Evans into Cardoso. They bring the double to Cardoso. She doesn't notice the double team and steal by the Sun. So that's not really a good possession out of a timeout. Coaches hate that. Bree Jones against Angel Reese. She spins off Angel, goes up with the right. Cardoso, another block. Reese with the rebound. Reese going coast to coast. Picks up her dribble, looking, and hands it off to Mabry. Mabry right side of the floor. Mabry over to Reese. Reese at the foul line. She tries to attack Alyssa Thomas. Ball gets stripped away by AT. Another turnover by the Sky. Ty Harris over to Dewana Bonner. Can they hit their second three? Misses. Ty Harris tips it over to Alyssa Thomas. And a foul by Diamond DeShields. Jim says starts with good coaching. I think I read that. I'm not sure. But if I didn't, you're absolutely right. Stephanie White is a solid coach. Emphasis on defense for Stephanie White. So Camilla, I think up to 3 blocks already in this game. She is a force to be reckoned with down there. Ball inbounded with the Sun, Alyssa Thomas. Top of the key. Gets the screen from Ty Harris. Over to Ty Harris. Ty Harris hesitates at the mid-range. Drives under the basket. Corner to Dewana. And she just can't buy a 3 tonight. Brick and rebound by DeShield. 1 for 9 from 3 for Connecticut tonight. DeShields, they're trying to spam this over the top pass on the post. It gets tipped out of bounds, stays with the Sky. Sky to inbound. Dana Evans looking, gets it to Mabry in the corner by the Sun bench. Mabry dribbles out to the top of the key. Wants the screen from Cardoso. She fakes the screen. Mabry gets to the baseline. Finds Cardoso. Cardoso goes up. Banks it in. She has that bank shot in and scores. 47-42. James says, Jay, where can I watch the Fever Atlanta? I have NBA TV, ESPN 1 and 2, Spectrum, and Amazon Prime. I got you. I'll let you know in a second at the next break. Alyssa Thomas over to Dejanay. Can Dejanay get on the board? And she does. Dejanay gets on the board for the layup. 49-42. Brianna Jones with the steal. The Sky just keep turning the ball over here. They better be careful. This game can get away from them really quickly. Ty Harris with the ball. Gets her screen from Alyssa Thomas. Tipped away by Reese, but the Suns still have it. 10 on the shot clock here. Mabry against Thomas. Over to Ty Harris. Ty Harris, mid-range jump shot. Bounces around, out. And Reese, another rebound. Evans over to DeShields. DeShields, spin move. And DeShields, beautiful spin move. Get to the left hand off the glass and scores. Diamond DeShields finally on the board. Her first points of the game here. 49-44 Connecticut. Alyssa Thomas gets into the paint over to Bree Jones. Foul line jumper misses. Mabry with the rebound. Let's see if the Sky can capitalize on the miss here. Mabry, left side over to Reese at the 3-point line. Fake handoff. Mabry resets for 3. Mabry knocks down the 3. And a timeout called by Steph White. No? Ball back in play with the Sun. No timeout. 2-point game here. So Alyssa Thomas by the foul line over to Ty Harris. Gets the screen from Alyssa Thomas. Corner to Dewana from the right corner. Can she hit one? She can't buy one. Cardoso with another rebound. Chicago with a chance to tie or take the lead here with a 3 if they hit the 3. You have, who's this? Can't believe I blanked on her name. Evans over to Reese, who gives it back to Evans. Back to Mabry. Mabry blows by Dejanay Carrington. Hesitation dribble. Goes up with the scoop and misses. Tipped out by Reese. And it goes to the Sun. Mabry looking for a foul. That Atlanta Dream Indiana Fever game, James. It's going to be on ESPN 3, which is basically like an ESPN digital channel. You'll have to log in. if you want to watch it, you would have to log in on ESPN.com or the ESPN app, and you'll be able to watch it that way. It won't be on like TV. Ball out of bounds. Reese with the strip, but it goes out of bounds. Mabry. Sorry, I'm not emphasizing. Ty Harris gets into the paint, stripped. Mabry has the ball, and they call a foul before the steal, so it stays with the Sun. Angel Reese with the foul, that's her second. Reese, 10 points, 5 rebounds. Ball back in play with the Sun. Harris with the ball. DeWanna Bonner cannot hit a three, but she gets into the paint, finds Carrington right side of the floor. She drives into Cardoso, and they call a foul on Cardoso. That's a second foul on Cardoso. Everybody looking up at the clock, at the screen to see if it's actually a foul. Cardoso rotates over. Oh, that looked like a clean block. That looked like a clean block, and yep, they'll challenge. Teaspoon will challenge that call. Teaspoon will challenge. James, appreciate it. I mean, you just have to log in with your Spectrum account into the ESPN site to watch that game. You have to just link your TV provider, but I understand. I'll be here either way. Technically it let me see. Yeah, they do have 36 out of 40 televised. The game that's on actual ESPN is the Seattle Storm Dallas Wings game. Yeah, Jim, they couldn't miss a three against the Fever, and then they come tonight and they can't buy a three if you gave them the money for it. They're 1 for 10 from three, 10% from three. So that's the variance from game to game you see here. So they're reviewing this play, guys. They're reviewing this play to see if Cardoso fouled her on the shot. So I'm looking at the national TV schedule for the Fever, James, and let's see. That game would be on 6. Excuse me. Yeah, so that game is not considered one of the games that is nationally televised, because that would be 6/13, right? Yeah, so that game is not considered a nationally televised game. So that's one of the 4 that's not nationally televised. One for 10 from three, people. 1 for 10. That is atrocious. Jim says, when the opponent plays poorly, the threes tend to drop. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And when teams are at home, they tend to hit the three at a much higher clip than on the road as well. Reese gets possession there. They're still reviewing this play, guys. They are still reviewing this. So you're not missing a thing. I'll update you as soon as they figure this out. Let me get the clock right. It's 4:11 on the clock. James says, I know I'm about to catch some heat while I'm about to say, but the Fever has a imbecile for a coach. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one. I'm gonna leave that one alone. That lady going through a lot right now. That lady is going through a lot right now. One from no expectations to the ultimate expectations. And she doesn't have the actual head serious coaching experience. I shouldn't say serious because she's been assistant coaches other places, but I guess she wasn't expecting this pressure I don't think anybody was expecting this pressure for the Fever so soon. But listen, this is the hands you're dealt. You gotta sink or swim here, and they'll make their decision based on what their criteria is, whether to keep her or not. Unsuccessful challenge. So, Cardoso is charged with the foul on Carrington. Carrington will shoot 2 free throws. So Carrington at the line. She hits the first free throw. Dejanay, after having like 21 points in the last game, she's 1 for 6 from the field today, but she does hit both free throws. 51-47, and we're on the go here. Kennedy Carter in the game. Kennedy Carter goes baseline, reverse layup, misses. Reese secures the rebound, goes up, gets blocked by Nelson Adota. And they call a foul on Nelson Adota. And Stephanie White will challenge. Is she going to challenge this one? We're going to have another challenge here. She's looking, she's waiting, she's trying to get confirmation. Kennedy Carter misses the layup. Reese does secure the rebound here. The block is clean. I don't know if they called a foul on Dewana Bonner before. Indiana's owner is Lisa. Almost called her Bluter. I think it's Lisa Sides. Not Lisa Sides. Chris. No. I just blanked on her name. I had it. I'm combining 2 people's names. They are reviewing the play though. Dang, I just blanked on the lady name. I just saw it earlier today. Fever GM. Lynn Dunn. Wow. The owner, I don't know who the owner is, but the GM who handles those decisions is Lynn Dunn. She's the general manager, so she's the one who hires and fires coaches. All right, so they're reviewing this play now. Nelson Adota with the block. They're saying it's a foul, but they're reviewing. Yeah, Jim is right. The owner also does own the Indiana NBA team. Yeah, I think they have the wrong person they're charging the foul on here. A lot of confusion here. Michelle K. Lewis, Jordan TV is the best live stream watch along. Appreciate it. Thank you. That means a lot. Appreciate it. Just trying to give my perspective of these games. Get the coverage out there. I know a lot of people. There's a lot of streaming services, and you have to have cable to watch some of these games. The thing is, by doing that, it does expand the reach of the game because let's say I have Amazon Prime, but I don't have cable. I'm able to watch some games. So it does expand it in that way. But when it comes to if you want to watch all the games, you end up having to get a number of different streaming services to try and watch them all. And that's where things get a little tricky there. So I do believe in the future, they will probably consolidate it to a certain amount of them, probably two to 3 of them instead of having them on. I think they have them about like 5 right now. Yes, Terry is right. The Sky Fever game will be on CBS. That is available over the air. You can use an antenna to get it. So you will be able to access it there. But I think in the future, as more eyes come to the game, as they're coming, they'll do like how the NBA has games on ESPN and ESPN/ABC and TNT at the moment. I think the WNBA will have to get to a point where they're around 2 or 3 of them in order to consolidate the amount of people. Because right now it's about 6 or 7. I did make a video on the channel about where to watch the WNBA and on the number of different channels they're on. Ball back in play. The challenge was unsuccessful. It was not a shooting foul. It was a foul before the shot. Lindsay Allen gets to the paint, gets the layup, and scores. Lindsay Allen for the Sky scores, and it's 51-49. Jim says it's too painful. I can't watch it. I'd just rather listen to it. Dejanay Carrington, corner three, and she hits a three. So finally, they hit another three here. Both of their threes they've hit have come here in the third quarter. Dejanay Carrington, and it's 54-49. Kennedy Carter with the ball. She attacks Ty Harris, goes up with the floater, and scores off the glass. Right hand. 3-point game here. We have Tiffany Mitchell in the game for the Sun. Ty Harris, left side of the floor. Nelson Adota with the screen. Ty Harris snakes into the paint, throws up the floater, misses. Nelson Adota gets the rebound, gets blocked, gets it back. Cardoso gets the steal. And Reese, she hands it to Reese. Reese over to Allen. Chicago with a chance to make it a 1-point game or tie it here. James says you have a lot of knowledge, and that's great. Of course, I appreciate it. Kennedy Carter dribbling, attacks Ty Harris, finds Reese. Reese gets the ball and scores. Angel Reese, and it's a 1-possession game, 1-point game here, excuse me. Sky making their run here. 54-53, approaching 2.5 to go in the third quarter. Tiffany Mitchell finds Ty Harris, left side of the floor. Ty Harris for her second three of the quarter. Oh, she banks it in. Ty Harris, straight on bank from the 3-point line, and it goes back to a 2-possession game. 57-53. Kennedy Carter, left side of the floor, gets the screen from Reese. Snaked, double cross on Alyssa Thomas. Step back jumper, shoots it off balance. Rebound Cardoso, but she gets the ball stripped from behind by Ty Harris. Cardoso gets the strip back, but it goes out of bounds. James says, but first, if I was the NBA, Adam Silver stuff running the WNBA and let them stand on their own. No, they have money invested in it, so you don't just let your investment stand on its own. You try and continue to prop it up, and until you decide you no longer want to. Tiffany Mitchell, do they call the travel? Yes, they do call the travel. Thank you. Because remember, the NBA does own a part of the NBA. They do have some ownership in it, so they're not just going to let the W fail, because then it'll be a failure on their part as well. Ball in play with the Sky after the turnover. Lindsay Allen over to Kennedy Carter. Kennedy Carter back to Lindsay Allen on the left side of the floor. They find Cardoso in the paint. Out to Reese. Reese gets the screen from Cardoso. Reese throws up a wild hook shot, misses, and rebound to the Sun. Carrington over to Harris. We're approaching a minute to go here in the third quarter. Reese gets the strip, and the ball goes out of bounds. Angel Reese with a sly smile at Ty Harris after stripping her. So Dejanay Carrington to inbound from the deep corner here. Gets it inbounds. Ty Harris to Alyssa Thomas. Alyssa Thomas. Handoff to Tiffany Mitchell. Tiffany Mitchell, mid-range jump shot, front rims it. Cardoso, another rebound. 8 rebounds for Camilla. Mabry calling out the play. I don't know what the smacking of the thigh play is, but they called it out. Mabry finds Cardoso. Oh, Mabry hits the front of the rim with the pass, and it's a turnover by the Sky. And Ty Harris saves it. Kennedy Carter almost gets it. Tiffany Mitchell attacks the basket 1-on-3 and gets called. Draws the foul, blocking foul called here. Tiffany Mitchell gets the blocking foul called on. That might be on Cardoso. They haven't updated it yet. Let's see who it's on. Oh, it's on Lindsay Allen. On Lindsay Allen. Tiffany Mitchell at the line misses the first free throw. A wise man once said, "Ball don't lie." Mitchell at the line for the second, hits the second. So it's 58-53. Ball in play, ball in play. Lindsay Allen over to Mabry. Mabry blows by Carrington, gets into the paint, throws up the floater. Terrible shot. Reese with a rebound. Reese in the paint, goes up, and she gets it in. Angel Reese. I told you, she's feisty on them boards, people. And Angel Reese with the score. 58-55. Reese on double-double alert. Ty Harris, 14 on the clock here. Ty Harris goes behind the back on Lindsey Allen. Floater. She gets fouled from behind. Angel Reese fouls Ty Harris from behind and hits on the back of the head. So Angel Reese with the foul. Ty Harris at the line for free throws. Michelle says, Jordan, we just moved back to U.S. from Canada, so this is how I found you when we were living there. Now I'm back, still listening to your play-by-play. Oh, thank you. Welcome back to the U.S. I hope you didn't have to come back for any bad reasons in particular or any serious implications. So I hope you enjoyed your time in Canada, but welcome back. Welcome back. She hits both free throws, people. Ty Harris, and it's 8 seconds left in the quarter. Kennedy Carter, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Kennedy Carter, crossover, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Kennedy gets to the mid-ranger. Oh, off the front rim. And that's how the third quarter ends. So at the end of the third, people, it's Connecticut 60, Chicago 55. So we're in for an interesting fourth quarter. Let's get our things set up for it. Interesting fourth quarter coming up. All right. So we have a good game here. I'm happy. Good game. I'm gonna take a look at the box score really quickly, see who's putting in the work in that third quarter. Connecticut outscored Chicago 20-17 in that third. So something to keep an eye on. Connecticut, Chicago will need to win this quarter by more than 3. By more than 5 to have a chance here. Cuz, what's going on? Salute. Jim says Connecticut knows how to hold on to a lead. Sign of a champion. Yeah, veteran team. Not going to be rushed. Timeouts will be called at the right time. They will close this game out. But let's see if Chicago has something to say here. Looking at the box score. Excuse me. 4 of the 5 starters for the Sun are in double digits. The only starter is Carrington. She has 9. You have 10 from Bonner, 10 from Thomas, 10 from Bree Jones. 14 from Bree Jones, 12 from Ty Harris. Their bench, they only have 5 points off of the bench. They're shooting a little better from 3. They went up from 10% to 25%, which is a good thing. It's still terrible, but better than 10%. But the Sky, we have Reese. Remember, how many of y'all said double-double? Excuse me. 68% of y'all said double-double for Reese tonight. She has 14 points and 7 rebounds. She'll need 3 rebounds for the double-double. So she's right there. Camila Cardoso, closer to a double. She has 10 points, 8 rebounds. So 2 rebounds away for the double-double for her. Mabry with 10 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. And you have Kennedy Carter off the bench with 10 to lead the bench. So we're back for the fourth quarter. Jim says she often gets 3 rebounds in one play and is usually off her own misses. Is usually off of her own misses. Points in the paint. Chicago outscoring the Connecticut 38-28. So they're beating them plus 10 in points in the paint. So Chicago to inbound the ball to start the fourth and final quarter. Yeah, this is funny. I just said the same thing. She probably grabbed 3 rebounds grabbing her own missed shots. Exactly. All right, ball in play. Ball in play here. Sigmund, what's going on? Close game indeed. Lindsey Allen, Makilo Nwere, Carter, Reese, and Cardoso, and a steal by Tiffany Mitchell. She goes up and scores. Not a good start. They give up On the first possession of the fourth, they turned the ball over here. 62-55. Lindsey Allen with the ball. At top of the key, trying to call out the play. They find Kennedy. Kennedy gets Cardoso left side of the floor. Back to Kennedy. Kennedy over to Reese. Reese at the three-point line. Don't take it, Angel. A three. Oh, she has to take it. Lindsey Allen and gets a shot clock violation. So that's 2 turnovers on the first 2 possessions of the game. Nobody paying attention to the clock. Teaspoon very frustrated there. Angel Reese was at the three-point line with 5 seconds. I said don't shoot, but she probably should have taken that. She gave it threw a live grenade to Lindsey Allen with 2 on the clock. She has no choice but to try and get it up, and she doesn't. Bree Jones, handoff to DeWanna Bonner. Bree Jones crossover on Camilla again. Fall away jumper is good, and the Suns score again. This game might be getting out of hand here. They need to fix up here. Sigma said I should have not said anything. Yeah, the Sun are ready to close this out here. Oh, miscommunication between Kennedy and Cardoso. If they score here, they may have to call a timeout here. Alyssa Thomas, DeWanna Bonner, pump fake, foul line jumper, misses. They get lucky. Reese with a rebound. They need a score here. Teaspoon calling the starters back into this game. Some subs are about to be made here. 3 subs at the bench. So, 3 people coming out here for the Sky. Kennedy Carter with the ball. Kennedy, crossover, looking for somebody. She gets to the foul line, picks up her dribble. Out to Lindsey Allen. 5 on the clock. Reese in the post. Goes up, under, gets... What do they call? They call a travel on Reese. So, another turnover. And subs have been made here. Ball back in play. Yikes. So subs made. It looks like the starters are back in the game here for the Sky. DeWanna Bonner with the ball. 9-point game here. You can feel the momentum really shifting in the Suns' favor. Suns' favor, excuse me. Bonner on the right side. Tries to drive by Reese. Reese got to lock up. Reese cookies her. Give me that. Steals it right from her. And the Chicago Sky with the ball. Mabry with the ball. Mabry, hesitation dribble. Goes up with the left. Misses. And ball tipped out to Ty Harris. They needed that bucket there. Oh, good find by Ty over to Bree Jones, and then it's a layup. It's a double-digit lead now. Game is getting away from the Sky here. 66-55. Evans with the ball. Evans over to Reese. Reese gets the balls. Oh, it looks like the Sky are just giving up. They might need a timeout. Alyssa Thomas with the steal on Reese. And Teaspoon saves the timeout, actually. I think they only have 1 timeout left. This is a 13-point game. It was just a 5-point game here, guys. And Chicago's capitulating. Evans for 3. Oh, Dana Evans hits a 3, and they get their first field goal, I believe, of this quarter. Yep. First field goal. They need a stop here. Ty Harris over to Bree Jones. Diamond DeShields almost gets to steal, but it stays with the Sun. Il Fate says it's wild that Reese is leading the team. Honestly, that's not a good thing. I mean, it should be Mabry, right? It should be Mabry, but it looks like it's Reese. Ball in play with the Sun. 10-point game, 6.5 to go. Game is hanging in the balance for the Sky. It feels like if they don't make a run here. Oh, Bree Jones with a rebound. Handoff to Alyssa Thomas. Gets blocked by Mabry. That I just talked about her. She gets a block on Alyssa Thomas. Going coast to coast here. Stops. Gets the screen from Isabel Harrison, who's in the game for Reese. Mabry just dribbling out. 13 on the clock. They don't have time to waste here. Isabel Harrison high-low to Cardoso. Ball goes out of bounds off of Tiffany Mitchell. It's 6 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, cookie, sorry. Steal. It's like stealing cookies from the cookie jar. That type of vibe. So substitution being made. Ty Harris out. Mo Jefferson in for the Connecticut Sun. Mabry inbounds to Cardoso. 5 on the shot clock. 4, 3, 2. Some Cardoso. And shot clock violation. This is painful. This is painful to watch. Very painful to watch here. Teaspoon, I don't know what you do. She subbed out players, put in different players, and same results here. 10-point game. Game is just like hanging in the balance. 10 points is not insurmountable, but with like 4 turnovers in this quarter already, it's not looking good. Alyssa Thomas over to Tiffany Mitchell. Tiffany Mitchell passed to Alyssa Thomas. What a pass. And it's a 12-point game. Jim says Fever do it all the time. Yeah, young teams. Young teams tend to make these silly mistakes here. Dana Evans with the ball. Dana Evans gets around the screen. Dana Evans into the paint. Floater off the glass, misses. Bonner with the rebound. And she slows it down. And Bree Jones with the offensive foul runs right over Diamond DeShields. And immediate timeout here. We have 5 minutes, 22 seconds to go. And the Sky have completely fallen apart here. Sorry, I thought I changed the score. It's 70-58. My apologies. So we were hoping for a competitive fourth quarter, people. And the Sky rattle off like 4 or 5 straight turnovers to give them the double-digit lead, man. Young teams, I tell you. Even some veteran teams do it, but it's less than the young teams. The young teams tend to, when the game is like this, they tend to overthink. They try to do too much. They're not really paying attention, and the veteran teams take advantage. Shout out to everybody still here on the watch along. Appreciate all the support we've been getting this season so far. We'll be back tomorrow for, you know what, I'm just go ahead and commit to it. We're going to do a double-double watch along here. We're going to start off with the Fever and the Dream, and then we'll do the Aces and the Mercury. I'm going to just commit to it instead of playing on the fence about it. Jim says Sky Coach usually looks like she's chewing on the bone. Not a good look for the players. Yeah, Teaspoon, very fiery. She's probably not trying to act out in a negative way, so probably a lot of things going through her mind. This is her first year as a head coach, so she's probably just trying to, just as much as the rookies are working to get acclimated, it's a work in progress for her as well. Cuz love Cuz. Let's look at Angel Reese double watch. She's 14 and 8, 14 points, 8 rebounds. So 2 rebounds away from the double. Yeah, honestly, nobody really had expectations for the Chicago Sky this year after what they traded away. How the organization was in sort of like, I shouldn't say turmoil, but some reorganization. So, even though they've had some good wins, we got to remember to temper expectations with these young teams with rookie head coaches and these star rookies. Ball back in play with the Sky here. They came back super late. Larry, salute on the subscription. Isabel to the basket with the left and scores. So good play out of that timeout. Back to a 10-point game. Jim says may have the best base in the league. Yeah, they possibly do, honestly. But they're gonna need time to develop and come into their own in the W. Just some refinement needed. Mo Jefferson over to Alyssa Thomas. Alyssa Thomas in the paint. Oh, she gets the right hand hook and scores. Back to 12. Really good defense, just better offense, as they say. My clock is 10 seconds behind a little bit. They came back to the broadcast late, so I didn't know they started. I'll fix it at the next break. Diamond to Shields for 3. Oh, Diamond. Corner 3 right in front of the Sun bench. And back to a single-digit lead. 72-63 here. 9 point. They need a stop here. Alyssa Thomas slowing it down, trying to call out the play. Alyssa Thomas picks up her dribble, goes over to Dewana Bonner. Finds Bree Jones cutting to the paint. Oh, too easy. Way too easy. The spacing perfect. And Teaspoon already, you can see she's frustrated on that one. 74-63. Cardoso's out of the game, so the bigs are Harrison and Reese. Isabel Harrison high-low to Reese. Reese gets the ball and scores. Angel Reese scores. So back to 9. Mo Jefferson quickly up the court to Dewana Bonner. Alyssa Thomas streaking into the paint. Goes up with the right. Oh, that was way too easy. They're giving away layups here. It's back to a double-digit lead. 76-65. Time running out here. It's getting late early, as a man once said. Isabel Harrison gets fouled by Bree Jones. She does a right-to-left crossover, gets to the paint, and gets fouled by Bree Jones. So Isabel Harrison, with the clock stopped, will go to the line for free throws. So Isabel Harrison, they said there's no longer a minutes restriction. She does have this like crazy contraption on her left knee, the knee that's been injured. But she hits the free throw. So Nelson Adota into the game, Bree Jones out of the game. Isabel Harrison, and she hits the second. So it's back to a 9-point game. They go in between 9 and 11. 9 and 11. They can't get the stop. Ty Harris with the ball up the court here. Over to Dewana. Dewana back to Ty. Winston, salute for the subscription. Oh, I know who that is. Ty Harris over to, Nelson Adota gets his ball blocked. And it goes out of bounds. Wow. Mabry comes on the weak side, gets the block on Nelson Adota. Yeah, that was a good block by Marina. Ball in play, Alyssa Thomas. 1 second, Dewana step back jumper. She misses everything. Shot clock violation. Had to get it off with 2 seconds on the clock. She misses the rim. Shot clock violation. So 9-point game here. 2 minutes, 57 seconds to go. Another media timeout, they say? Okay, that's interesting. So Teaspoon will have to draw something up here. We'll see what happens in the next 3 minutes. They say the Sun called a timeout there. I'm not too sure what happened. The refs were confused there, so we'll see what happens. Ilface says, I bet Sky have a good run later in the season. They should be one of the best rebounding teams in the league if they aren't already. Let me post your comment here so everyone can see it. They just need points from them. Yeah. Remember, these rookies are coming straight out of college, out of the tournament, draft, 2 weeks of training camp, games. So it's a quick transition. And as much as people like to say college, they did this in college, it's a different league. It's totally different. People are doing this for a living. These are grown people who do this for a living, years of experience. Their only job is to win, not go to class, worry about what I'm going to eat tonight. Their job is to come, hoop, play, and win. So it takes a transition for people from college to the W. So you just got to give people some grace here. Jim says this guy has to narrate it now. I can hear the fat lady starting to sing. Yep, she warming the vocals up. Warming the vocals up. We got 3 minutes here. You got 3 minutes, a 9-point game. You can't give up any more points here. It's got to be stop, score, because it's right on the fringes there at that 3-minute mark. So they come out and get a turnover. You can just kiss this game goodbye. The Connecticut Sun, a veteran team, won't throw away a game like this with the clock on their side. All right, we're back to the broadcast. 2 minutes, 57 seconds to go. Angel Reese back into the game. Double-double watch. Remember, 16 points, 8 rebounds for her. So she's 2 away from that double-double we have been talking about. So Mabry to inbound. It looks like the starters are on the floor. They haven't inbounded the ball yet. They're clapping for somebody. Ball in play with Dana Evans. Dana Evans brings it up the court. Oh, so not the starters. The only starter that's not in is Cardoso is Isabel Harrison. Marina with the ball. Marina, step back 3? Oh, off the front rim. They needed that one badly. Rebound, Alyssa Thomas. Dennis, salute. Appreciate it. Salute to you, my friend. We'll be back tomorrow. 2 games tomorrow. We'll be doing, so make sure you're on for one or both. Ty Harris finds a Dota cut into the basket. She goes up under on Reese. Blocked by Reese. Rebound by Reese. Reese 1 rebound away from a double-double here. But the Sky might lose this game. Diamond DeShields gets fouled on the jumper by Bonner. And DeShields will go to the line for free throws. Yeah, Ilfei Mabry is having an awful one. 10 points on 3 of 13 shooting. 2 of 7 from 3. She does have 6 rebounds, 5 assists, but that 3 for 13 is not going to get it done against a team like Connecticut. DeShields, free throw. Oh, she misses. Telling you, boy. Telling you. Got to take advantage of these opportunities. She hits the second, though. So it's now an 8-point game. But time is not on their side. 2 minutes, 13 seconds to go here. Ty Harris brings the ball up the court over to Alyssa Thomas. Alyssa Thomas at the 3-point line. Gets the screen from Ty Harris. They got Dana. Oh, she trapped? Oh, they call a foul on Dana Evans. They say it's a pulling foul on Dana. She pulled Alyssa's arm. 2 minutes to go here. 2 minutes, 1 second. My clock's a little fast. 2 minutes, 1 second to go here. They don't have any challenges, I don't believe. They both lost their challenges. Ball back in play here. Tiffany Mitchell out to Dewana Bonner. Bonner with the crossover. Reese with the poke away. Reese gets the ball from Dana Evans and gets fouled by Ty Harris. I'm telling you, Angel Reese got those sleight of hands. Dewana tries to go by her. She gets the little poke and gets the ball on the fast break, but gets fouled. I saw her do it to Stewie when she played in New York. Stewie tried to crossover. Angel Reese gets into that defensive stance and gets the poke away. So Angel Reese at the line with the clock stopped. She knocks down the first free throw. Angel Reese she has 17 now. Is it too late though? Can they still get another stop? Angel Reese buries the second. So Angel Reese with 18 tonight. 18 and 9. Let's see what can happen here. Ty Harris up the court. 6-point game here. Ty Harris over to Tiffany Mitchell. Tiffany Mitchell going to the left side. Finds Alyssa Thomas. Alyssa Thomas. Corner to Dewana Bonner. Jab step 3. Misses. Rebound by Harrison. And they call a jump ball. Ilfei says Angel with 20 sounds like a myth. Nah, man. Stats don't lie, brother. She's doing her thing. She only missed 1 shot tonight. 7 for 8. 4 for 4 from the line. Adota and Harrison jump ball. And unfortunately, the Sun secure it. So it's getting really late here. Oh, I changed the wrong score. My guys, it's 76-70. I just noticed I had 78 here on the screen. Alyssa Thomas. I should have not taken it off. Alyssa Thomas hits the jumper. 78 to 70, guys. I think I just was foreshadowing. A minute to go here. This game might be over. Reese in the post against Adota. She goes up for 20. Reese for 20. Angel Reese, I think this is her first 20 piece of the season. Angel Reese with 20. Six-point game here. Reese with her first 20 piece. Ilface says, I literally had this conversation this week. Reese can make her shots. Yeah. Sun, feel free to waste the time. 5 on the shot clock. Ty Harris gets blocked by Mabry. They call a foul. Oh, that seals it there. That seals it. That's a clean block. Unless they called a foul on Dana Evans. But if it's on Mabry, that's a clean block. And they don't have any challenges. I think that's a bad call. Ty Harris at the line. She misses the first. A wise man once said, ball don't lie. So Reese at the Harris at the line. Reese a rebound away from a 20 and 10. And Ty Harris makes it. So 79-72, reset timeout here. $79-72, 35 seconds to go. Jim says people underestimate Reese because she can't keep her mouth shut. Yeah, I guess so, but you got to look at the play on the floor and the production. Dana Evans to inbound, gets it into Reese. Over to Dana Evans. You have no time to waste here. You got to score here. Dana to DeShields. DeShields jab step. Three-pointer. Buries it. It might be too little too late, but it's a 4-point game here. Timeout, Connecticut. 79-75. They might have to put some more time on the clock. It looked like they ran the clock a little bit here. But Diamond DeShields jab step on DeWanna Bonner. Right wing, pull up, bang. Yeah, that should be 28.3 on the clock. They need to put some more time back on the clock there. Yep, they put more time back. 28.2 on the clock. 4-point game. It may be too little, too late. Too little, too late. Ilface says Reese typically averages 30%-ish from the floor, but she is good at what she does. Yeah. She is great at what she does. She's going to hustle on rebounds. She's going to play defense. She's going to hit you with some hook shots and some quick shots there. Laquan, salute on the subscription. Man, D Wade over here holding his shoulder after throwing a t-shirt into the crowd. Man, getting old. Might be too little too late here, but we shall see. Stranger things have happened. 28.2 on the clock. 79-75. Sun ball in the front court here. Sun ball in the front court. Yeah, Miracle, you're right there on it. Ball inbound, and Reese with the foul. They're trying to play the foul game now. A second off the clock, so we're at 26 seconds to be exact. Let's see if Reese can... DeWanna Bonner at the line. These free throws should pretty much seal the game here. And she hits the first. So DeWanna Bonner, not her best night. She does have 14.7 rebounds. 0 for 7 from 3, and she hits both free throws. They inbound the ball quickly. 81-75. Dana Evans quickly up the court. and they call a timeout. 22 seconds to go. Let me get my clock right. 22 seconds to go in this game. Dana Evans dribbles into the front court and calls an immediate timeout. 22 seconds, people. Salute to everybody here on the watch along. Salute, salute, salute. Appreciate all the support. We'll be back tomorrow for a doubleheader. I'll be on at 6:45 for the Atlanta Dream at Indiana Fever game. That game is on League Pass as well as ESPN3. ESPN3, you have to go on to the ESPN app and log in with your TV provider if you have one to watch it. And then we'll do the 10 p.m. game, which is the Aces at Mercury. That game is on Amazon Prime Video. I think you will be able to watch it on, if you're in the Phoenix area, Arizona's Family 3 TV, Family Sports, whatever y'all got over there. You'll be able to watch it there. Alrighty, let's take a look here. 22 seconds to go, people. 81-75. Liz, I'll see you tomorrow. 81-75. Dana Evans to inbound here. Ill Face, salute for the subscription, my boy. We're on the road to 500. Ball inbounds with Diamond DeShields. She drives into the basket. Jumper misses. And DeWanna Bonner with the rebound. And Reese with the immediate foul. That pretty much does it. The Sky learning on the fly. I don't think Diamond the play happened the way that everybody wanted. Reese and Diamond and everybody's like, what happened there? What happened there? So DeWanna Bonner at the line to add to her point total here. And she rattles in the first. And DeWanna Bonner to add some more points to her total, and she hits the second. So 83-75, 83-75. And it looks like they're just gonna run the clock down. DeWanna with 16 and 8. Mabry over to DeShields. DeShields for 3. Misses. Oh, Reese gets the double-double. And Reese throws it up at the buzzer, and that's how the game ends. Reese, I don't know if anybody put that on her jacket tonight for the double-double on the bets, but Reese gets her first 20 and 10 double-double, secures it at the last second, but they end up losing the game 83-75. Very good game. We thought it was going to be competitive going into the fourth with a 5-point game, but the Sky came out very lax with the ball. Very lax with the ball, and it was curtains from that point on. We're going to take a look at the box score. Let me turn the volume down here. I don't want to hear what they have to say on the broadcast anymore. We're going to take a look at the box score right now of this game. Angel Reese does get the double-double, though. So the 63, 66% of y'all who said double-double, congratulations. In the future, I'll try and get some prizes going. But let's take a look at the box score before we head out of here, people. Sun outscored the Skies 23-20 in the quarter to seal the game 83-75. Bonner finishes with 16 and 8, 0 for 7 from 3, 4 for 16 from the field, but she hits 8 to 9 free throws. Alyssa Thomas with 20, 6 steals, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. She played all 40 minutes. She had 6 turnovers in the first quarter, didn't have another turnover after that, which is good for her. Bree Jones with 18 and 4. Ty Harris with 13 and 7 assists. Carrington with 9. And their bench, Adota with 4. Tiffany Mitchell with 3. Nobody else gave anything. They shoot 45% from the field, 21% from 3, 85% from the line. Chicago with Angel Reese getting her 20 and 10, 20 and 10 for Angel, 8 for 10 from the field, 4 for 4 from the line. She did get 2 steals and I don't really count the foul. She had to foul at the end of the game to stop the clock. Cardoso with 10 and 9, so she almost had a double-double as well. DeShields with 9. Mabry with 10 on 3 of 13 shooting. That pretty bad for Mabry. Bad game for Mabry tonight. Dana Evans with 5 and 5 assists. Harrison Isabel with 9. Carter with 10. Lindsay Allen with 2. Turner and Onyenwere don't score. 48% from the field, 46% from 3, 86 from the line. They have 17 turnovers to 14 for the Sun. Rebounding battle, 29 rebounds for the Sky, 28 for the Sun. 21 assists for the Sun and 19 for the Sky. But yeah. So the Connecticut leads the season series 2-0. They won the first game by 4, win this game by 8. All right, people. Good game. Reese has been working on her shot. Lanier says, yes, she has. She hasn't taken a lot of jump shots, but she's really working in the post. She did say when she spoke to Tina Charles after the Atlanta game, Tina Charles gave her some pointers and some tips how to get her shot in the post and what to be thinking when she's down there. So I guess that has paid off. I think the line on this game for those in the betting persuasion was -6 and was -7.5. So the Sun do get the Sun do cover that bet. They win the game by 8. So they do cover. See, these sports books be knowing, man. I don't know how they know, but they be knowing. Very balanced scoring. Yes, Jim. Look at that. Very balanced scoring from the Sun. All right, guys. I'm gonna head out. Appreciate all the support. We'll be back tomorrow, 6:45 p.m. Eastern for Atlanta Fever. And then we'll be on probably around 9:50 for the Aces at Mercury for a game at 10. It'll be 2 separate streams. It won't just be one long continuous stream there. On the way out, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. I don't know if we reach 500. I haven't checked since I started streaming. But we're on the road to 500 subs. Refreshing the page now. Let's see if we're almost there. But we're on the road. We're at 490, 10 away. Make sure you subscribe. Back tomorrow, people. I appreciate all the support. And until next time, I'll catch y'all on the next stream. Remember, tomorrow, be there. Salute.